Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games and day 1 of my 30-day challenge to build a 3,000 point Space Wolves army. I'm Lee and I'll be taking you through a video each day, but taking you behind the scenes and showing you all the progress I've been making on the army. So this is day 1, so I thought we could begin by just giving an introduction to what this challenge is all about, and also show you some of the preparation I've done before the challenge started, and also what I've been doing today, which is the first day of the challenge. This is going to be great fun and a real good chance for you to see behind the scenes exactly what goes on here at Tabletop Skirmish Games. So I'll be showing you what I'm doing with all the different elements of the army, from unboxing, building, trying out different paint schemes and the bases, working out the points, how much it all costs, basically everything to do from start to finish to building an army for Warhammer 40,000. And I chose to do Space Wolves. They got so much character, a great fun army, and I'm going full on Firstborn, so I'm not going to have any Primaris in this one, but I am building another army slowly as the weeks progress from the Imperium magazine for both the Necrons and the Ultramarines. So that's going to be more a Primaris one for the Ultramarines, and because they're so like by the book, I thought it'd be cool to have a real different army, so I went for the Space Wolves, which are a bit more wild. So I think it's going to be great fun. So today is day 1 of the 30-day challenge, and I'll be doing 30 videos altogether. If it does take longer than 30 days to get this army built, painted and tabletop ready, then I'll just keep going until it's finished. But today is going to be an introduction, so I'll just show you everything I've been up to in the lead up to the challenge to get it started. And there's a few rules. There's 5 rules I'm going to stick to. The first one is I'm going to work on the army every single day. I'm going to carry out at least one task, and there'll be a lot more than that going on though. Then I'm not going to stop until it's finished. Quitting is not an option with this army. I've got to keep going, and I can't buy any more models until it's complete. And to be honest, I've got so many here, I don't even want to at the moment. You can see a bunch of those models behind me on the table. Which way am I going? It's all piled up and ready to go. And you'll see later in the video that I've done a bunch of unboxings today as well. So let's keep going. And now let's have a look at the preparation that was involved. So first of all, I made some mock-ups of all the different models in Keynote. And I did a video about this actually, how you can try out an army before buying it. And this has been really helpful just to work out the points and things like that. And also just to play around with some different tactics to see what I'd like. With the Space Wolves, they're really into the melee. So that's quite different to the Ultramarines, who I'm building to be more of like a shooting army, and I want to have lots of like eliminators, so sniping from range and things like that. But with the Space Wolves, they want to get in close, and they're going to have lots of shields, axes, power fists, and all sorts going on. So really exciting, and this was a really great tool to help me during the planning stage. I've also worked out all the points. I just made a quick little spreadsheet, and then I've listed all the units that I've got, and then went through how many models were in there, worked out the points. And so we're over 3,000, it's 3,080, and that doesn't take into account any of the different weapon options, like changing anything out or anything like that. So straight up, just the units is going to be 3,080 points, but we're going to get a lot more than that out of it once we start adding weapons and things like that. Then I've gone through all the costs so far to get it to this stage, and this is not a cheap project. It's a big investment for me, and because I've got the channel, it's just something I'm able to do. So I'm feeling really lucky to be in this position to get this army. It's something I've always wanted, so really excited. And I'll do another video like separate to this, because this is more a behind the scenes video showing you how everything works. But I'll be doing other videos as normal, which are the more usual videos I do. So I'll do a video right at the end of all the costs involved in building the army. Once I've got it to that stage and completed it, I'll know exactly how much it costs, but I'll keep a running total going as I'm doing it. Then I've gone through some paint schemes, so I've took some colour swatches. I used this guy on the right as a rough guide just to get all the colours right in my head, and I've used those for the keynotes and everything like that. And then I've worked out the paints that I want to do for the armour, so I've gone for all the main kind of grey blues and how I want to do it. So I'll start off with a dark grey base, and I'm going to wash that with Agrax Earthshade to give it almost a brown tint to it. And then I'm going to do layers of dry brushing. So I'm going to do 4 layers of dry brushing, and then finish with a glaze of contrast Space Wolves Grey mixed with a contrast medium. And then that's going to smooth that dry brushing out a little bit. And I've tested this with different coloured paints on the Ultramarines. It's worked out really nicely, so I'm hoping it's going to work. But you'll see this, the trial and error, and see how we go with it. So as well as doing the army and building it and then doing the behind the scenes videos, I'm also going to be filming all the regular videos like the unboxings, going through the data sheets and things like that. So I've done a bit more planning for the YouTube channel side of the challenge as well. So let's have a look at that real quick. And here you can see we've got a Space Wolves tracker. So this is a 30-day plan, and each day I'll just keep note of what I've done. And then from those notes, I'll put together this like journal to share with you so you can see exactly what's been going on. And then I've put a time plan for the painting. So I've worked out pretty much how much it's going to take to paint each model, how many models are in the packs. And altogether, I'm looking at 98.5 hours in total of painting. So this doesn't include building or anything like that. And so I've accounted for 6 days to get everything unboxed, get it all built, get it primed, and then that's going to give me 24 days left. So I figured that works out at 4.1 hours per day, and if I can get that much in, then I should have it all painted within that 30 days. But I've also got to build a mountain fortress to go with it too. So we'll see how we get on. But I think 4 hours a day painting is doable. I've set back some time from my other work, my freelance work, so I can really invest this 30 days full on this. So I'll be working a lot more than 4 hours a day, that's for sure. I'm looking at 8 to 14 hours every day. So I'm going to really be going at it for this whole 30 days. Then I've also got a video plan. So there's going to be about 134 videos for the whole series. I'm not going to do that many in 30 days because some of them are going to be like the rule series to accompany this. So once I've got the army together, I'm going to do a how to play Warhammer 40,000 series as well. So yeah, lots of videos. And I'm also going to be doing like some lore, some going through all the data sheets. So that'll probably follow after the 30 days for the standard videos, but I will be going through some of that as I'm building. I'll be doing some live streams as well and talking about the characters as the army develops. Then I've chose some music just to accompany all this with as well. So I've got all that set up. And then I've been listening to some Viking music, really getting into the spirit of things. And if you haven't heard of them already, check out Heilung. It's awesome. Great music. If you like Warcry, you could really imagine the characters in Warcry listening to this, but also the Space Wolves too. I think it's fantastic. Okay, so that's everything that's brought me up to today. So I've managed to get started now. I've done some unboxing. So let's have a look at everything that's happened after that preparation stage. And so today's progress, let's have a look at what happened. The first thing was getting all the boxes together. So I've got it all laid out on the table, everything I've ordered from all different companies. So there's a bunch of boxes here. You'll notice a question mark because there is something missing. And can you guess which company is the only one that is late delivering what I've ordered? You can guess it, it's Games Workshop. So of everything I've ordered from, and it's from like the local store, Element Games, Wayland Games, some other companies online where I got some good deals where I'll put links to everything when I go through all the boxes in detail. But the only one to let me down was Games Workshop. It was really annoying. I was hoping today to have everything in place. Well, in fact, I was hoping to yesterday to have everything in place. So a little bit behind with that, but I'm hoping it's going to turn up tomorrow, if not Monday. So we'll see what happens with that. But here it all is anyway. So this is what I've got so far. I've got some of the main characters still to come and another awesome model that you'll see later. I've built some already because I had 5 Fenrisian wolves for my birthday from my kids. So they're already built. So I've got a little bit of a head start there. And I've got the books. I've really been studying the Space Wolves Codex supplement and the Space Marines Codex. And so combined, they're awesome. But I'm really going to be using all Firstborn. So I'll be using the Space Wolves Codex supplement for the data sheets mostly. And also for all the stratagems and things like that. It's an awesome book. And I'll be doing videos for these as normal. I've got some dice as well. Some cool funky coloured dice. So these ones should be really good for the theme too. And then I've got some rune stones in that bag that I'll be using as my command points. And then I had this starter set for Space Marines that I bought ages ago just because it's cool. Never built the Space Marines, but I built the Dreadnought, and I'm going to see if I can use some of the bits from the other sets to customize that and make it look more like a Space Wolf Dreadnought. And I've got a Predator, and I've got an idea where I want to take these Space Marines and have them like riding the tank as if they're riding and shooting. So if I can include some extra weapons with the Predator, those characters who are like hanging off the tank shooting as it's going along will represent those weapons. So I think that's going to be really fun. We'll have some tank riders going full on with the Predator tank, so that's going to be really cool. And I got some paints together. I've got a new Vallejo ground texture which I've been trying out today, and I'll do a video on that. That's probably going to be up on the channel tomorrow once I've got that finished. I've got a new thing of glue as well. I thought I'd get a new pot to get the project going with. And then there's the space, which hopefully will be filled tomorrow once Games Workshop sorts it out. And yeah, really exciting. It's great to have all this and can't wait to get it all built and get through it. It's going to be really fun. So getting everything organised was a big part of this, but now I was just trying out different ways of basing, and I found this Vallejo paste was really good. So let's take a look at the basing, and this is what I did today. You'll see this video tomorrow, and then I did some different bases using that ground texture, and it's the rough grey pumice, and then using some of the crackle paint from Games Workshop as well. And so once that's painted up, we'll see how we go. But this is how I film. I use an iPad on a little stand here, so this will give you an idea of what's going on. And there's all my paints on my homemade cardboard paint rack, which works a treat, so that's really cool. And you can see up close there how that's going. And I've done a time lapse, so if you want to watch that now, check out this time lapse to see it all crackle. Once that was drying, I got on with some unboxings and just made a start on that. So normally I'll do an unboxing and then I'll build the models in the unboxing video. So I just did 7 unboxings to get me to the stage to start building. So let's take a look at those unboxings, and this is where it all goes on. So again, just use the iPad on the tripod, and there's my workbench. You can see all the boxes piled up. So I just went through each one there, did 7 altogether. Here's my boy Barney, who's checking me out. You'll see him a lot in this series as well. I'm sure he's going to pop up a lot of the time. I thought it'd be cool to wrap up day 1 with some shout outs to different channels that have given me some motivation, inspiration, and really got me into this and given me loads of information to get to this stage of day 1 of the challenge. So let's start running through the main channels. There's been a bunch, but I've kept a record of the main ones that have been really helpful. And the first one here is Winter's SEO. And so I watched a battle report he did with the Space Wolves versus the Grey Knights, and this is awesome. And this is when I first saw the Space Wolves in this really cool theme. And so after watching this, I went to check out the guy's channel, and this is Winter Wizard 7. So definitely go and check out his channel if you're into Space Wolves. It's awesome, real quirky character, and it's really great. The videos he's putting out, really detailed, talking about the lore. He's come up with his own like stories for all his army and everything. So I think it's fantastic. So highly recommend checking that out. I believe he's got 4 armies altogether, but so far I've only watched the Space Wolves one. So I think this is what's got me into this. I've always liked the Space Wolves, and I've always been interested in it. They look so cool. But after watching this, I'm like, I've got to do it. This looks great. So thanks to Winter Wizard 7 for giving me the inspiration to get started and put an army together. Then it's Anvil of Wargaming. This is great for talking about tactics. That's really been helpful. ZuluNet Gaming had a great battle report, and so that was really cool. Really enjoyed that. And then Beer and Bat Reps, loads of different battle reports again, but a great Space Wolves one. Then there's Zenus Minis. They did a really cool base, so that was really helpful, like a technique for doing the ice base. Warforged Gaming, that was another great battle report, so really enjoyed that one. Tabletop Titans, I've been watching loads of these lately just to try and get into the rules, and I really like their breakdowns of the books, the different codexes. They talk about the factions, and it's just great how it's presented. It's real professional, like a proper TV show almost. It's brilliant. So highly recommend that if you don't watch it already. But they're super popular, so you probably know about them. But if you don't, definitely check them out. Then Guerrilla Miniature Gaming, always great for watching battle reports and daily videos too, which is awesome. And then Ravage Star, no it's not, it's and then MWG Studios, and then this is great for everything, battle reports and everything Warhammer 40,000 too. If you want to see some big armies, this is fantastic. But they did a great video. It was over an hour long just talking about the Space Wolves Codex, so that's why they're on here. Then there's the painting coach. I won't be using the technique he painted his Space Wolf with, but if you want to see some great painting, some really good videos done in a nice pace, and yeah, really just straight to the point, exactly how to do it, really good instruction, then check out the painting coach. So that brings us to the end of today's video, day 1 of the challenge. So come and join me again for tomorrow for day 2, where we can actually start building and you'll start to see the army growing and coming together. And hopefully we'll get that delivery from Games Workshop. So yeah, let's look forward to that. I think it's going to be really cool sharing these behind the scene videos with you for the next 30 days or maybe more. And I really hope you've enjoyed this one and come and join me for day 2. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible. And if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there. And I'll put a link for that in the description down below. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Please like if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games.